that something takes up. So when we work with volume, one way to find the volume of a figure is to count the unit cubes. Each unit cube has a volume of 1 cubic unit. So let's look at the first figure. One way that I like to start when solving volume is to put all my measurements. So I first find my length, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to be 4 inches. And we know it's inches because up here it tells us. Our width is 2 inches, and our height is 3 inches. Now, we are going to solve by counting all the cubes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12. Another way instead of counting is you can say, well, there's 4 across and 3 high, and you can multiply and still get 12. Now, we have counted our first face that we can see. There are cubes back here that we need to account for. To get those, we are going to multiply by the width. So there's 2 of them, right? Because there's 12 here, and there's a whole nother 12 behind here. And we're going to get 24 inches cubed. We say inches cubed because it is a cube, and we have to represent that correctly. Next, we're going to work down here for number 1. They have already given our measurements for us, so we can go ahead and count the first face of cubes that we see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Another way to do this is you can do 5 times 3, the length times the height, and it will also give you 15. Now we have to see how many of these rows of 15 are there. That's when we can look at the width. There's 1, 2, 3. So we can do 15 times 3, and that's going to give you, take a second and solve for yourself, 45. And it's going to be 45 cubic feet. We don't need to put that 3 because of that word, that cubic right there. Number 2, we're going to do the same exact thing. We can count, or you can look at your length times your height. You can do 6 times 4, which is 24. And then you're going to see how many rows of 24 are there. You can see by your width that there are 3 of them. So 24 times 3. Go ahead and solve that yourself. And you should end up with 72 cubic centimeters. You want to look at that label.